Hey kindergarten, this week we're going to be talking about measurement still. We're going to be talking about length and weight. But today, however, instead of comparing two objects, we're going to be comparing three objects. So when we are comparing things using length, we talked about using the terms longer or shorter. Now we're going to be moving on and talking about, when we're talking about three things, you're going to say either it is the longest object or it is the shortest object. So let's take a look at our packet to see what that's going to look like. For day one, it's asking you to circle the longer object. Again, looking at two different objects. So you're talking about longer or shorter. And this is pretty simple. You're going to circle the longer object. And then this box here, 3 and 4, you're going to be circling the shorter object. Now here we're comparing three objects of different lengths. So now instead of circling the longer one, you're going to circle the longest. So I'm going to do number 6, finding my longest object. And you can tell which is the longest when you line them all up from the bottom and see which one goes the farthest. That's the longest. And then 7 or 8 are asking you to circle the shortest object. That's going to be day 1. Day 2, you're going to be doing the same thing what we did last week with our cubes. We're going to be measuring to see how long and count the cubes to figure out how long each pencil is. However, this time you're going to color the longest pencil red and color the shortest pencil orange. So we're going to do what we did in our last week's. We're going to count our blocks. This is 8 blocks long. And you're going to do the same for numbers 2 and 3, but again, this time you're going to color the longest pencil red and the shortest pencil orange. You're going to do the same thing here, comparing which one is longer, but now you have to explain why it is longer. So take a look. Let's see. This one is about This is 8 blocks long. And this one is only 4. So I know that the first pencil is longer because 8 is greater than 4. We actually talked about that in kindergarten earlier in the year when we're talking about comparing numbers. So that's going to be day 2. Taking a look at day 3, we're going to be discussing weight. And again, we're going to hear those words heavy and light. But again, when we're doing 3 objects, we're just going to talk about the heaviest or the lightest. So for number 1 is to circle the heaviest object. Is it the screwdriver? Is it the paperclip or the hammer? The hammer is actually the heaviest object. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go down and circle either the lightest or the heaviest object between those 3. Going to do the same one here. Make an X on the heavy one and cross out the light one. On day 4, you're going to be looking at weight again, the heavier or lighter. This time you're going to circle the heavier animal and color the lighter animal. We know when we see a balance scale, we know it's like a seesaw. The heavier object is always going to go down to the bottom. So in this picture here, I'm going to circle the heavier animal, which is this pig, because I know that because he's down and the rabbit is up, so he must be lighter. So I'm going to color him. All right, scholars, this is what this packet's going to look like this week. Again, comparing weight and comparing length, okay? Thank you, guys.